Geminis. How are you guys doing? How come I'm not seeing everything going? There it goes. Sometimes we have glitches, right? All right. So my name is Patty if you're the first time here, and I do intuitive tarot. And it is divine driven, divine guided. What does that mean? Is my downloads come from divine. He may send somebody else through to share it, but it is from divine, the source, the resource, and everything. So if you don't like the divine, then you're in the wrong place. Put it pretty simple, put it that way. So this is for the 18th through the 24th. What I do also too is a little bit more motivational tarot. This is to help you through a struggle, challenge, question that you're going through, if you're having problems with love, that kind of a thing. So this is the tarot for that, and it is somewhat motivational, I hope, for somebody. This is a general reading, so it may resonate with you, or if it doesn't, it just wasn't a message for you. However, being intuitive, I get a ton of downloads through a reading, so hopefully something resonates with you. All right, so let's get started. I am going to do current energies, future energies, and also the divine energy to your question. So what that means is I'm going to pick a card here with this oracle, and hopefully this is your answer to what divine is asking you, or you're asking divine, and see where you're headed for the future. And where your path goes, where your purpose and your calling is. All right, so if divine will help me in giving his message, that would be great. Yeah, oh, didn't I just say the calling and purpose? It's amazing what happens with that. There's that, and then we are going to go to the current and the future. So don't forget, for just only one announcement that we do, or which actually a couple, we're getting out of the Mercury retrograde right now. So the 18th was the end of it, but it doesn't mean that those energies ended. Why? Because imagine a big planet trying to rev up to get going. It takes time. So it takes about 2 weeks of time. And what that means is those energies are still there. So if you didn't get your elephant out of the room, it's time to do it now before the planet just really speeds up and hit light years out. Actually, Mercury won't light year out because it's such a slower moving planet. But you do want to get all the challenges and conflicts, especially the verbal conflicts, the feelings that have been suppressed, things that you've been holding in. You definitely do want to get them done now. All right. And also, too, the other announcement is I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, only because I would love to be able to go live on my mobile device, but it won't allow me to. YouTube won't allow me to until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So if I do that by the end of the year, I'm going to give a bunch of free tarot readings away, and that will be 6. So 6 tarot readings, or 3 tarot readings and 3 coachings, whatever you want, whatever you need. All right, so let's get started with your spread. So just remember, I'm working with current energies here. I'm looking at, when I'm looking at these, I'm thinking of the planets, I'm listening to the downloads, I'm looking at the cards, and I'm putting them all together for what is happening with you. Okay, so first thing is the number 9 in numerology. This is something to stay up front, stay in the forefront, or it is something that is coming to an end. It's just not quite there yet. And now when we look at this card, you have to think of 2 things. Purpose can be something that is short-lived, or it can be long-lived. Some people think that there's only a purpose for a lifetime, one purpose for a lifetime. That's not necessarily true. If you look at a spiritual aspect, it can be a purpose for a season. It can be purpose for a couple of years. It can be a purpose for a lifetime. However, there might be other purposes within that. Does that make sense? Because the power of purpose. The purpose is for you and you alone in your own journey, not mine. So whatever your purpose is not my purpose. Okay, and whatever my purpose is not yours. It goes by all the things in your heart that you have. The things that bring you passion, the things that bring you joy, the things that become easy for you, like leather work for me. You know, I'm in my leather shop. Leather work is pretty easy for me. So that is maybe a purpose that I can and not end with me, but I can share with other people. Then on top of that, not only share with other people, I might be able to talk about spirituality with other people. In fact, I found an empath through this that didn't even know she was an empath, and she was wondering what was going on with her. She didn't understand it, and she was afraid of it. So we actually had one day a 2-3 hour talk, because she then began to understand her gifts that she had. Okay, so what is your purpose? What is this power, and what is it that it can do for you in the positive? The power of the purpose is actually a very high vibration, because then that means that you're listening to your intuition, you're listening to your spiritual mentor, which is your divine, in all things of that nature. It is also about your balance. Okay, so the current energy is balance and justice and alchemy. So this is the number one. This is a new energy for somebody. This is a brand new, spanking brand new energy for somebody. This is something that is going to show you the balance between secular and earth, and then spiritual. My daughter and I were just having this conversation. It's like, for empaths and for people that have spiritual gifts, it's just sort of like you just never fit in anywhere as far as secular world. It's like you try things, but it's just like, yeah, I just don't fit in. And you try something else and you're like, I like it, but I just don't fit in. And you don't fit into the people that are around it. Usually you might like to enjoy the hobby or the sport or whatever it is, but it's the people around you that you just sort of don't fit in. That's being an empath. That's just typical right there. However, it's a new energy, so sometimes it can feel uncomfortable, can feel unstable, but it also could be something very exciting, something that you can just use your imagination and run wild with it. If you look at Merlin, he's pretty balanced. He's pretty calm. He's pretty cool. He's got his dragon there, but he's also looks like a dragon anyway. And it looks like he's just chilling, and he's balanced spiritually, mind and body. So that is a really good thing. Future energy, and that's also the number one. So that's something brand new. And then we have the future energy, which is truth. And that's the number 6. Okay, so this future, there's a couple things with truth. Is it worldly truth or is it spiritual truth? Worldly truth can change like a fart in the wind. I love that saying. I don't know why. Anyway, because it stinks and it leaves, kind of a thing. But the thing is, with truth, secular truth can change all the time, depending on the person, depending on somebody's perspective, depending on research, and research changes because it's not absolute. Whereas if you look at absolute truth, that never changes. That's spiritual elements. That's second dimensional. That is things that we cannot see and touch. Okay, so first dimension is earth and material things and things that we can see and try to explain. And then the truth is actually, absolute truth is supernatural. That is second dimensional. That is divine. That is where creator lives. That's where, the dimensions, all the different dimensions are. However, it never changes. It's always consistent and never changes. Well, what is that, Patty? Well, that is love. Love never changes. You love somebody, you don't love somebody. That's a choice right there. But love never changes. That, good feeling, that joyous feeling, that heartfelt feeling, that warm, fuzzy feeling when somebody loves you or shows love to you, that never changes. That's an absolute truth. Same with compassion and patience and empathy and things of that nature. High integrity, characteristics and morals of high integrity. Those things don't change based on spirit. So that is what we're talking about. This is what spirit are you, or what truth are you living by? A lot of people that watch tarot and are looking for answers live by secular human truth. I don't live that way. I don't even ask really people what they think anymore, or how, because it's not what they think, it's what divine thinks, because I live for divine. And trust me, I've been both worlds. I won't go back to the secular world in making my decisions, because I found that there is a lot more peace, calmness, and abundance in that world of spirit. So if you don't know how to do that, we can definitely talk. because I can help you with that. So first card out is Two of Wands. Two of Wands meaning that this is something that you're thinking about in your future. Again, this is about balance, because with the number 2, it's about bringing a partnership or something together. It's about growing balance. Or if it doesn't do that on the positive high end, it can also destroy it and separate it and leave it behind. Now, with our future, we want to move forward into the positive, into the high vibrational, because we don't want to keep in a karmic cycle of low vibrations. Okay. So your second card out is the Seven of Cups. Excuse me. Yeah, Seven of Cups. And the thing is, with the Seven of Cups, when you're looking to your future, sometimes people have too many things, too many ideas, too much that they can't make a choice. Okay. So somebody out there is trying to make a choice and they're really frustrated. They're thinking way too much in their head. They're not allowing spirit in to help them decide what it is to go forward, because that's the power of purpose. He's telling you, I have a purpose for you. I have something for you. But if you don't ask me which way to go or how to choose, I can't help you. So you have to really go for and ask, hey, divine, is this something that I should be doing or not? He'll give you a sign, or he'll pull it away, or he'll move things forward. Definitely. And if it is something that you're supposed to be doing, he'll make it very easy for you. All right. And then we have the Four of Cups, which is, like I said, you're thinking too hard on it. You're trying to make your own human solution. And it doesn't work that way. It creates confusion and chaotic. Judgment card, center of your reading, is creating confusion and chaotic between your earth person, your earth brain, and your spiritual brain. You're trying to make a decision based on your thought process, thinking that that's the best way to go. I'll tell you, it's not. When you give the spirit in there, then you are working with your purpose. Again, balance, balance. Mind, spirit, body, spirit, mind, body. You know, some people think mind, spirit, body. I think spirit, mind, because we start with our spirit. Our spirit tells us what to think. Okay. And what we think, usually high vibrational, then we act and do. Our body responds. But when you're thinking from the earth first, this is you thinking, then we go to spirit, then you're all kerfuffled. Because your brain is only limited. Spirit is not limited. Spirit is unlimited. And spirit is about high integrity and everything. We're here, we can get kerfuffled in thinking of low vibration. We can start thinking, oh, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not this. Then your brain starts taking over a very negative pattern. Okay. And that is not the truth. See what I'm talking about? Who's talking? Who's working from we got to get a new grounding here. Definitely a new grounding. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. And the challenge card is the Knight of Swords. Why is it a challenge? Again, he's talking about the truth. Okay. He's coming in and he's facing the Nine of Pentacles. Because somebody isn't believing in the wrong truth, or they're believing in the low vibrational truth, I should say. There's no right or wrong. It's how you think. But the thing is that the low vibrational stops you from your rewards. The Nine of Pentacles is all about that hard work. She's done the work. She's, blood, sweat, and tears, given it all. And now she's reaping the rewards of not only money, but luxurious things and nature, and her humility has been challenged, and now she knows what's important. She's got her hand on the money, but that's not where her eyes are. Her eyes are on the bird. The bird is also a messenger. The bird is also nature, also from divine. The bird also gives song, music, love unconditionally. Okay, I don't know who that's for, but definitely. But the knight is coming forward into that. So somebody is definitely possibly having somebody come forward to that to show what their purpose is. Somebody might have even been talked to lately saying, you know what is your purpose? Or do you know your purpose? And what are you thinking of doing with your career path? What are you thinking doing of your future? You know, some people say, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know. What's your fire burning inside your heart? What is that little fire burning that wants you to do something? And if you don't feel it, you're not living in truth. You're just like, you're out there in la la land on the, I'll say, put it this way, not la la land. I take that back. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound negative. That is not what I meant. What I meant is you're on the fence and you don't know which way to go. Okay. And so you just sit on the fence and you sit on the fence and you sit on the fence, and the fence is not going to go anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. So you got to get off one side or the other. So you can get off the spiritual side or the secular side. And then you base your life off of that. Okay. And with the astrology, you know, you've got 4, 7, 2s, 9s. You're all over the board. You got 2 9s though, and you got a 1. So something's almost finished, or something is really you need to pay attention to it. Who are you needing to pay attention to? You got the cups. Okay. There might be a person you need to be paying attention to. Maybe this person isn't walking in the truth. Somebody is definitely working on a partnership or bringing something together or separating it. So let's see what that is. Let's get some more clarity on the 2 of Wands here, please. Get more clarity on the 2 of Wands. Oh, okay. It's a separation. So something needs to be completed. It's not quite done, but something needs to end. Because that's not in your purpose. That's not in who you're supposed to be with or who you're supposed to be going with. And this is for the person that already knows it in their heart. It's just they're not following. They're sitting on that fence. Okay. And their butt's getting sore. So now is the time to move and do something. So definitely needs to get done quickly. Here's the thing. This needs to sort of end quickly with this person. Now, this could be just even, it doesn't have to be a love relationship, but it could be that I'm talking about. But it also could be somebody that's a toxic friend, a toxic family member. It could be of that nature. It could be, somebody might know something from somebody, because I'm looking at the Queen of Pentacles and the Moon. So somebody maybe in your workplace, or somebody that you know that could be affluent in finances or whatever, might be the clencher that tells or is hiding something that is in relation to, this has to end. This has to stop. And it could be, because we have the Queen of Pentacles, it could be as simple and little as, okay, we've got a worker that shows up late constantly. And they got away with it for years because the manager and the assistant manager let them. But the thing at the end of the day is that now I'm there, they have to be accountable and be on time. And this has to stop. That kind of a thing. What is it in your life that this needs to stop? And you already know this in your heart that it needs to stop. So what is it that needs to stop? Because something's hidden. Something's off. Something's off here. I can feel it being off. Completely off. Because your Judgment card's in the center. Something's off. 2 and 2 is not adding up with 4 with somebody. It's the balance is off. This is what we need to do, is get in balance. We're not in our purpose. We're not in our calling. We know that we're not in our calling, but you're continuing to just go with the flow. Who is that for? We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. I want to say that somebody's in a job that they really shouldn't even be in. That maybe they were talked into doing that job because, okay, thank you. Somebody was talked into the job, and that's really not, and they were hiding their feelings. This could be like from another It's sort of like, I do have a lot of people from India watch this, and sometimes people, or even Japan. I lived in Japan. Other cultures, you take a job because the family tells you to take it. Okay, and that's not what you love and want to do. So it's sort of like that scenario. Somebody sort of talking, hey, there's an opening over here. Why don't you come over and work with me over there? Blah, blah, blah. And then maybe that friend or that person actually turned out to be the one that was not a good person, or stabbed you in the back or whatever. Okay. Again, the number one, something new, something fresh is coming up. Some change, some balance, to bring balance back. We have the Magician. Got to be careful though, because with the Magician and the Judgment card, there's a little bit of illusions that could be happening. So there is a fight for the truth. There is literally a fight for the truth. And this is an uncomfortable position for somebody. With the Knight of Swords, definitely there is a fight for the truth. There is something that needs to come apart before it can come together, because the Ten of Swords. Now, I'm going to tell you something about this card, though. At least working with divine and working and knowing divine as close as I am, the Ten of Cards is usually something that happens quickly. So it needs to end quickly. What this means is, if you don't end it quickly, divine will end it. And it's not going to be any fun when divine ends it, because he's just going to pull the plug when you least expect it. So if you know, I'll give a hypothetical. If you know somebody's cheating and you want it to be over, and it's done and over, and time to end it. And plus, if they're cheating, then they're devaluing you, and you don't want that in your life. Oh, well, he just did it once. I don't care if he did it once. You went and laid with that other person, or she laid with another person, and you chose to lay with that other person when you have somebody already committed to, or you're being loyal to. Well, your loyalty went out the door, and so can your butt with it. Bye bye. Women, you guys let men get away with too much. It is really important to make them accountable and responsible for their actions. And men, you need to do the same if somebody's cheating on you. But the thing is, the man is supposed to be the leader. The man is supposed to be the protector. The man is supposed to be the provider. The man, well, in some cases this day, you can't have the man be the provider, but he is the one to show the loyalty and the commitment and hold the glue together. If that's not happening, you're with the wrong person. And everybody's going to say, oh, you're old, you're a boomer. No, I think you need to figure out, really. I mean, there's a reason why the brains are designed different, and as well as the parts are designed different, you know. But anyway, and plus, men are hunters. Men are hunters. I don't care what you say, men are hunters. Males are hunters. In any animal kingdom, they're hunters. Yes, women do that too. But once the man connects with the woman in the animal kingdom, then definitely the man's responsibility is to also get the food. Okay, so we have the Judgment card again in the center of your reading. We're talking again about secular versus spiritual. Which way are you thinking? Time to find out your purpose. The only way you're going to find your purpose is thinking from the spiritual side. You've got the Magician now in the upright and reverse. Be careful. Somebody is trying to pull your strings. Somebody is trying to say something really sweet and really just, words are cheap. Watch the actions. Put it that way. The illusions is the words are cheap, and watch the actions. In this week, don't trust the words, trust the actions. And then we have the Four of Pentacles, let loose. Be what you need to be. Be whatever your purpose is. The power of your purpose, when you find that purpose, there is power behind it, because it brings calmness, it brings peace, it brings joy. The three elements that every human being looks for: love. Pretty much it. Pretty much it. Let me pull one card. Do I have any other cards? No, I don't. I don't. Or do I? Hang on a second. Yeah, let me pull one card from the Oracle for some love, or two, whatever they decide to give me. If you're in a relationship, then we'll go with this. Is there any love this week? Well, you got a lot of hearts here. You got a lot of, well, cups, definitely. But something is definitely ending. There's a little fight to end it. Yes. Here's the thing. I love this. So for you couples out there, 9, 10, 11, it is to bring it together. There is some coming to life. This is the number 2, to bring it together, having the strength to get through the retrograde, communicating all those hard things that you need to do. Definitely talk to each other. That is going to grow your bond much, much closer. Having the courage and strength is facing your fears. So if you're afraid to ask your partner a question, or you're afraid to wonder what they think about you, or wonder, are they coming back? This is the time to get the courage up, to face that fear and ask the hard questions, because you're going to bring a closer bond to your partner. Definitely going to be a closer bond. So that was what you will be doing this week. All right. And plus, it's the number 4. It's a double number 4, or you can do it as a number 8. But this brings stability. This brings a core foundation. And that's what's going to happen when you talk to your partner. You bring a core foundation. You bring closeness. You bring more bonding together, more intimacy, more love. And that is the key element, is to love more, love harder. All right. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This is going to be a full moon week. So, no, wait a minute. Yeah, it is going to be a full moon week. So I hope that you come in and watch the full moon reading. But don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, because we want to get to those 1,000 by the end of the year. And don't forget to hit the what is it called? The notification button, the call button when you subscribe, so that you can get notifications for all the uploads, because I'm uploading a lot of videos. Just did some down below, you can see, and also upload my readings when I can't do them live, because I'm now working in the day. All right, we'll talk to you soon. See you next week, and hope you have a great week. And focus on your purpose. Purpose, purpose, purpose. What is your purpose this week? Figure it out. Spirit or secular. Go spiritual. Go spirit. Go spirit. Just joking. Take care.